The Southeast Kansas Humane Society is looking to the community for help reaching a huge fundraiser goal. Plus, community members lined the streets for the Carl Junction Christmas Parade. And a special birthday parade for a local 9-year-old boy.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Southeast Kansas Humane Society is turning to the community for help as they look to reach a $10,000 fundraising goal. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Caitlin Shive. The fundraiser had an original goal of $5,000 with a match by the Ronald O. Thomas Foundation, which they have already surpassed. Now, with 4 days left to raise money, the foundation has decided to up their match to $10,000. So the Humane Society is asking for the community's help, saying that $20,000 would be a Christmas miracle for their animals.
COVID's really hit every nonprofit really hard this year, and I can't tell you how much of a blessing that would be for all the animals here, for the staff. When the pandemic hit, we were out 5 hours a day just looking for a bag of dog food or bleach or cleaner. To know that we have that security that our animals are going to be fed for a year is so special.
The SEK Humane Society has links to donate on their website. You can find more information on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Dozens of people in the Carl Junction community and surrounding areas gathered on Main Street today for the annual Christmas parade. The Carl Junction Band, police and fire, and local businesses walked in the parade. The parade was held by the Carl Junction's Lions Club. Officials say it was nice to have a sense of normalcy during this holiday season. There was also a parade in Joplin today, but this one was for a very special birthday boy. Josh Morris just turned 9, but his mother, who works at Mercy Hospital, is currently deployed. So his mom's coworkers stepped up to give him an unforgettable birthday. Mercy employees drove by, stopping to give Josh birthday presents as they passed. The Joplin Police Department and Fire Department also joined to give Josh a memorable birthday. Well, a holiday parade in North Carolina is drawing some concern from county officials as many ignore COVID safety advice. Mackenzie Stasko reports in Youngsville, North Carolina.
People ignoring advice from the Franklin County Health Department and crowding onto West Main Street's narrow sidewalks to watch the parade.
There's numerous things that are allowed, and they can go out and protest. They don't wear masks, and why can't a parade go on?
The outdoor parade violates Governor Roy Cooper's executive order on gatherings, but Youngsville's mayor opted to have it anyway, saying it would have a positive impact on the mental health and well-being of the community.
I don't think I've smiled that big in a really long time. It really made you feel the Christmas spirit and what it's all about.
I teach kids every single day, so to see these little kids out here just laughing and having a good time, they don't understand what the concept of this pandemic is.
The mayor insisted the parade could be done safely, asking families to space out 6 feet and wear masks. But not everybody did. Lindsay Newton tells me she took it upon herself to call those people out.
Mask thing, I was out here yelling, put your mask on.
Leanne Hills watched the parade with her daughter. She tells me they did follow the mayor's suggestions, wearing masks and staying put in their family bubble.
I just think it was awesome to definitely have the Christmas spirit and just to give us joy and hope during the season.
It's clear the parade lifted people's spirits, but the health department director warns a mass gathering like the one we saw today could come at a cost.
We're already in a surge. We're already expecting a surge post-Thanksgiving that we have just started to see, and that's on top of it.
Nick Kelly joins us now with our first look at weather. Nick, what are we seeing?
Well, we just saw a nice and chilly into the weekend, Caitlin, with 27, a cold start this morning, but not bad for this afternoon. The normal high should be 49. A few notches above that with today's high 51 at Joplin Regional. As far as what we're seeing for the rest of the night into tomorrow morning, maybe some cloud cover working across central and eastern parts of Missouri. I think we stay mostly clear tonight with any big storm systems not anywhere close to us to make a mess of things for the overnight. With clear skies, though, and that light northwest breeze turning more westerly throughout the night but staying light at 5 to 10, that's what's going to lead us to another cold start for your Monday morning. We'll expect overnight lows to drop back to about 28 to 30 degrees across the region. But thankfully, this same setup means a quick warm-up throughout the day, 48 by lunchtime, mid-50s for the afternoon. I do have a quiet week overall, Caitlin, with the next storm system on the horizon, too. We'll break down the week ahead here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Nick. Tents in the parking lots of restaurants throughout the Soma District in downtown Little Rock, Arkansas provide an outdoor dining experience for customers during the COVID-19 pandemic, but that won't be available in the winter months. Jade Jackson reports from Little Rock.
The tents used to be here on 13th and Main, but when you look around now, parking lot's empty.
You know, it was just getting so cold. It felt like the outdoor dining season has kind of come to an end for the most part.
This past summer, Main Street was bustling with outdoor dining for different events during the pandemic because of these tents. Now they're no longer available.
I didn't even know it was available to me, and then I found out that this was available, and then they took them down. I was like, oh man.
Spring comes around probably in March. We're going to try and put together a more robust sort of semi-permanent structure that's going to be there like an outdoor patio.
In collaboration with the Hartford Insurance Group, a $15,000 grant was given by Main Street America for the project building.
It'll be good for restaurants and bars to be able to use as the pandemic continues into the springtime. But once the pandemic's over, it's just going to be a really nice outdoor dining and gathering space for folks in the Soma neighborhood.
Well, it's something to look forward to, and maybe just, we just kind of got to hit and miss where we can through the winter months, but it's something great to look forward to.
Well, that's news and weather in our first 7 minutes. Just ahead, a former FDA commissioner is warning the latest surge in the pandemic is going to get a lot worse. And Britain is preparing to be the first country to roll out the COVID-19 vaccine. As California hospitals fill up, most residents face strict new coronavirus rules that will go into effect at midnight tonight and will last for at least 3 weeks. While the pandemic spreads nationwide, a former FDA commissioner says as bad as things are right now, they're going to get a lot worse. CBS News correspondent Nancy Chen reports from New York.
Under the massive stay-at-home order in California, gathering with anyone besides household members will be forbidden, and countless businesses will be closed or reduced in capacity. The restrictions starting at midnight affect the Bay Area, including San Francisco, where officials decided to preemptively impose their own shutdown, Central California and Southern California, including Los Angeles and San Diego. On Sunday, President Trump tweeted that his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, has tested positive for COVID-19. Former FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb warns the nationwide surge in cases and deaths may not peak until January.
I think by the end of the year, we'll be at probably about 300,000 deaths, and by the end of January, we could be pushing 400,000 deaths.
Pfizer's vaccine is set to be reviewed for emergency use on Thursday, and Moderna's the following week.
By the second quarter of next year, we'll have enough vaccine for every American that wants it.
On Friday, President-elect Joe Biden expressed concern about the Trump administration's vaccine strategy.
But there is no detailed plan, that we've seen anyway, as to how you get the vaccine out of a container into an injection syringe into somebody's arm.
Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar fired back on Sunday.
With all respect, that's just nonsense. We have comprehensive plans from the CDC, working with 64 public health jurisdictions across the country.
Operation Warp Speed Chief Advisor Dr. Monsef Slaoui says he's confident the vaccines are safe.
There are no serious adverse events associated with these vaccines to the best of our understanding and assessment into the trial period.
Slaoui says there hasn't been enough time yet to study how long the vaccine works. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
Confirmed coronavirus cases in the U.S. have now surpassed 14.5 million, with more than 282,000 deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University. Rudy Giuliani has tested positive for COVID-19. President Trump announced the news about his personal attorney via Twitter today. Trump said, quote, "Get better soon, Rudy. We will carry on." Giuliani made an appearance earlier today on Fox News to speak about his legal challenges in several states on behalf of Trump. Britain is preparing to become the first country to roll out the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine this week, initially making the shot available at hospitals before distributing stocks to doctors' clinics. The first doses are set to be administered on Tuesday, with the top priority to vaccinating people over 80, frontline healthcare workers, and home care staff and residents.
They're stored in the -70 freezer and they will be taken out of there when it's appropriate. The hospital is just going through the final checks to be able to implement the vaccination program for our high priority groups, and we will roll out when it's appropriate.
Britain has ordered 40 million doses as each person requires 2 doses. That is enough to vaccinate 20 million people. A little later, a community in Texas is taking to the holiday spirit with a Christmas tree competition.
We kept things nice and quiet to wrap up the weekend today with plenty of sunshine right up until sunset. But when we actually started the time lapse from Indigo Sky, we did have those couple of upper level waves pass close enough to give us some morning cloud cover. But then again, that was the worst that our sky conditions fared throughout the course of the day. And again, we did stay chilly on the heels of pushing into the mid-50s yesterday. We started cold this morning in the upper 20s, but we did manage to peak just above the 50-degree mark today at Joplin Regional with the official high of 51. But we've seen temperatures cool down quite a bit. In fact, we're cold already with most areas well into the 30s now. And will continue to be that way for a few more hours because of that north breeze, light underneath clear skies at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Even though that breeze turns more westerly as we head toward tomorrow morning, it stays light with the dry air and the mostly clear skies in place. That means another cold morning ahead of us. Lows drop to 28 for your Monday morning to start things out. But we're looking okay once again. We'll be eager to go back into the upper 40s by noon and push into the mid-50s. I think most of us will top out around 54 as we head back to work and school on our Monday. The Skywatch storm tracker has just been mostly clear all afternoon long, all evening long. Any cloud cover across the 4-state region will stay mainly just to our north and east, across central and eastern parts of Missouri. At the surface, we don't have a lot of systems to show off here. A cold front working across the deep south of the Tennessee Valley, but for us, we have the area of high pressure centered over the state of Colorado, still strong enough to keep that northwest breeze in place as we head toward the overnight. It's upstairs, though, that I'm keeping a close eye on. First and foremost, as these two upper waves pass on by off to our east, we'll have this upper ridge, warm us up nicely throughout a good portion of the week to start. Then we'll keep an eye on these two upper lows out west. That'll want to shake things up a bit as we head toward the weekend ahead of us. In the short term, we just keep things nice and quiet for tonight. Mostly clear skies. Again, any cloud cover across the 4-state region, mainly from Kansas City off towards central and eastern parts of Missouri. For us, we'll keep skies mostly clear. But again, it's the mostly clear skies, the dry air and that light breeze. That means we'll drop back to about 28 degrees first thing in the morning. That same setup, though, means we'll see temperatures eager to rebound throughout the day tomorrow. 48 already by lunchtime. Then we'll see afternoon highs in Joplin right around 54. In fact, I see most of us topping out mainly in the mid-50s for afternoon highs tomorrow. So we're looking okay to start the new work week and school week out. As we run through the future track with the jet stream set up to carry us through, it's all about that upper ridge. Even though it's going to change its shape quite a bit, we're underneath the warmer side of the ridge. So that means by Wednesday and Thursday, we'll see highs in the lower to middle 60s, carrying us for those few days. Then comes our next pair of upper lows, combining together out west. But both of these will start to bring in rain chances on Friday. Then I'm going to see if we can keep some moisture on the colder side of this system and give us at least a few rain and snow showers by late Saturday going into early Sunday. We got plenty of time to watch this next storm system on the way, but 54, mostly sunny for tomorrow and Tuesday, 60 on Wednesday, mid-60s by Thursday before we see rain on Friday, Caitlin.
Doesn't seem like a bad week, Nick.
No, especially Wednesday, Thursday. We better enjoy those mild days while they can stick around.
All right, thanks. Coming up later in sports, the Missouri Tigers hope to start the year off 3-0 against Wichita State. Also, the Kansas City Chiefs look for a 7th straight win against division rival Denver. Andy Cioteco has all that and more later in sports. All week, community partners will be decorating trees outside of the Ella Austin Community Center in Austin, Texas, using a little friendly competition to highlight the beauty of what the Eastside community has to offer. Jordan Foster reports from Austin, Texas.
Outside of the Ella Austin Community Center, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I'm going to tell you right now, I think I'll probably have 20.
And the Eastside just got a little brighter.
We had a ton of trees in the back of the auditorium, and I said, why don't we do an outdoor winter wonderland and reach out to community partners and put it all together for a community fair.
It's a community fair they've done the past 2 months that offer free services to people living in the area. But this month, it'll feature a little Christmas magic.
Those partners come out month in, month out without a tree. And the fact that I said, hey, you want to decorate? It's incredible.
There's hope during this season, even with everything that's going on.
Tiffany Jones-Smith, CEO of the Texas Kidney Foundation, says they'll be offering free kidney checks for the people who drive through the Winter Wonderland themed community fair.
Regardless of what's going on, whether we have a pandemic or not, we are there offering them health care and quality services throughout the year.
And these community partners hope this friendly Christmas tree competition helps people feel that much closer to normalcy.
It reminds folks that there is hope at the end of the day. Ella will be there like they always have been. And moving forward into 2021, we're going to adapt with the community to provide the services that we've come to expect.
We take this time now to honor another four-state hero. From Arcadia, Kansas, Army Private First Class Donald Payne. Payne served in Korea from 1953 to 1955. We thank you, Donald Payne, our four-state hero. Welcome back and welcome into the Toyota Sunday Night Sports Feed. Entering the night, Kansas City remains a game behind the unbeaten Steelers in the AFC standings. The Chiefs are back in primetime tonight, hosting division rival Denver. Kansas City is 10-1 on the year, looking to pick up a 7th straight win. Second quarter, Drew Lock rolls to his left, hits Tim Patrick for the 5-yard touchdown. 10-3 Broncos leading. Ensuing Kansas City drive, reverse to Tyreek Hill. He's going to pick up 30 yards. That would lead to a 24-yard field goal. Kansas City down 10-6. After a Broncos missed field goal, Mahomes, he's going to connect with Travis Kelce. This will lead to another Kansas City field goal. Chiefs down 10-9 at the break. Kansas City, though, comes back to win 22-16. Let's go to some college hoops now. The Missouri Tigers are on the road this afternoon facing Wichita State. Tigers looking for a 3-0 start to the year. First half, Drew Smith passes low to Jeremiah Tillman, slams it home. Mizzou by 9. A couple possessions later, Mitchell Smith finishes the fast break with a two-handed slam. Tigers still ahead by 8. Shockers fighting back. Gilbert pulls up and buries a 3. Gets Wichita State within 3, but Mizzou up 4 at the break though. Second half, Tigers up by double digits off the screen. Drew Smith drills the 3. Drew Smith finished with 14. Later, Mark Smith drives straight up the middle, lays it in. Mark Smith led the way with 19 points. Mizzou wins it 72-62.
We don't really look at whoever's turn it is. I just think we play so well together. We're an unselfish team. So, we just play basketball and guys know their roles. And I feel like that we do them perfectly, to get wins. And we've been doing that so far as a team.
I've always been a man that don't take wins for granted. I'll take 3-0 as opposed to 0-3 any day of the week.
The Oklahoma Sooners face TCU in Big 12 action. Second half, Oklahoma up 3. Quith with the acrobatic layup pushes the Sooners lead to 5. Just 5 minutes left to play. Austin Reeves takes the contact as he lays it in. He'd get the 3-point play. OU leads by 7. Under 2 minutes to play, TCU down 5. Mike Miles sinks a 3. That cuts the lead down to 2, but OU responds on the other end. Austin Reeves, he's going to pull up from the logo. Reeves finished with 32 points and 9 assists. The Sooners get by 82-78. Oklahoma improves to 2-0 on the season. The Missouri Southern Lions swept Rogers State on Saturday. The Lion men snapped a 2-game skid, beating the Hillcats 88-82. As for the Southern women, they are on a roll. The Lions defeated Rogers State 96-85 for a 3rd straight win. 4 scored in double figures, led by Carly Turnbull with 23 points. Amaya Johns chipped in with 21 of her own. Southern really shared the ball well with 24 assists on 31 made baskets.
I think of just trusting each other, just giving the extra pass and knowing that we all can help get the dub at the end of the day. And we all pretty much scored all around.
We've started to get more of a flow in our offense, sharing the ball more, knocking out some threes. A couple steals kind of changed the momentum as well. So after that, we kind of turned the corner and decided to put our foot on the pedal.
The Pitt State Gorillas got the sweep on Northeastern State on Saturday. The men beat NSU 81-71, led by Ike Moore and Antonio Givens, each with 16 points. The women snapped a two-game skid, edging out the Riverhawks by 2, 84-82. An and one from Maya Williams sent the Gorillas over the top late in the game. This was a must-win for the Gorilla women to get some momentum going.
We needed to win because we were 1-3. I mean, obviously, and you want to win all of them, but when you're 1-3, you know, you are very hungry to get a win.
Yeah, most definitely. I think this really gets us jump started to get us to come back to practice and to take on our next game.
That's a look at sports. Back with more news after this. SpaceX launched a newer, bigger version of its Dragon supply ship to the International Space Station today, marking the first time the company has two capsules in orbit at the same time. The Dragon, packed with Christmas trees and presents, should reach the space station on Monday, joining the Dragon that delivered 4 astronauts last month. We check in now with Nick for a last look at weather.
We're cold tonight, Caitlin, but I see mid-50s with mostly sunny skies for tomorrow and Tuesday, 60s by the middle of the week. We'll enjoy these days before our next chance of rain on Friday.
Thanks for watching. Stay safe, have a good night, and a great Monday.